amazing leaders of AIESEC for Morocco. It's your MCVPTM again, and today we'll talk about the second part of your monthly routines. Why we are doing it again? Because maybe you've already seen that we launched an amazing championship, which is the national competition for all the entities. So we're going to count the number of accepted and approved, and for this, of course, we need you and all your teams to perform in a very, very fast and efficient way for the upcoming month. So today we'll try to answer the question how to kick ass as a leader every month. Like the second part of this question, you will see that today it will be more about individual performance of your members and your individual meetings with them. So the first thing that you need to do monthly is to check individual progress in tasks of each members and obviously suggest some improvements, how they can perform better. So what you need to do monthly is the individual tracking meetings with your member. When you sit with your member in an individual meeting and you actually check their performance. So here you can see a kind of tips that we have for you, what to really do during this meeting. Maybe you remember this simple table from the things that we discussed in the first episode of the video. This is something that you should done on daily basis. You should check the performance of your members in a kind of accountability system. And once a month, you should sum up all the data from the tool that you develop and actually explain to your member if you are satisfied with their performance or maybe there is something to be improved. And of course, you need to suggest some improvements. Maybe you will be able to identify some patterns in the behavior of your members. Maybe some of them always give you the tasks after deadline, or maybe some of them require a lot of support during the making of the task and so on, and you will be able to give them kind of a more general feedback about the performance during the whole month. So of course you should give them some feedback based on the SBI model that we discussed yesterday, the situation, behavior and impact. And you should also ask for the feedback because maybe you can also improve something in your own leadership style and the way you manage your team. So obviously you should also come up with a very clear set of improvements that you can write down and try to follow next month. Remember that it's not only a discussion, it should be something very tangible so you can actually track if it happens the next month. The next thing that needs to happen on monthly basis, you should deliver lead spaces to your members based on defining elements that they want to develop. So the lead spaces is something that we already discussed a little bit in the live sessions that we are having with you. And I know that you had a lot of questions about it. So let's take a look about the most important things connected with the lead spaces. The first thing is that the lead space is always based on one of the LDQs, one of the leadership development qualities. So you have 4 of them to choose. So choose one and focus on one during your leadership space. The second thing is that there are different methods to deliver lead space. Normally, globally, and we identify something called global learning environments, and you have 6 different options how you actually want to deliver a lead space. So you can choose a team experience. Lead qualities are usually delivered during the team experience, during the usual tasks and experiences and so on. You can also count on the conferences and seminars that are provided from your LCP or SP or from the national site. You can also choose the virtual space if you want to have a virtual call with your members or maybe a webinar and so on. You can also create a learning cycle, which means that your members learn from the FASI and then change their cycles, change their kind of islands, and they learn different qualities in different places. So this is something usually applicable when you have different teams available during the LC meeting or startup meeting or maybe a conference and so on. You can also choose one-to-one mentoring, which is the usual one-to-one meeting, the most classical way, let's say, in which you can deliver your lead space. And also a self-reflection, which is a kind of space you give to your member to reflect on their own experience and how they actually develop the lead qualities. So from the tips from our side, there are only 3 of them. Remember to focus on just one quality, so to keep things clear and to keep things simple. Remember to connect it with work or the member's goal. Lead is not something that is very separate from the rest of things that we do in AIESEC. It should be very connected to the things that you do on a daily basis so people really see that it's very relevant for them. And also remember to be creative and to make activities. Never deliver something called lead session. It's always a space, it's always an interaction, conversation. You can show them a video, ask them to draw something, write something, share and so on to make the space interesting and interactive for the members. When it comes to the last thing that needs to be done on the monthly basis, this is a one-to-one meeting. So on monthly basis, you need to check individual progress in personal goals of each members, and you need to set new goals with your members. So for the monthly meetings, the first disclaimer is that you are not a coach. Remember that coaching is a very, very big word, and in AIESEC we are not really striving to become a professional coaches. So it's better to keep it on a very simple level and don't misunderstand the concept of coaching itself. So please don't overuse the word coaching, keep things simple. Trust me, whatever we do in AIESEC, we are not doing coaching. When it comes to the agenda for this one-to-one meeting, it can vary depending on your own leadership style, on the kind of members that you have, but remember to always check the personal goals of your members that you created with them at the beginning of experience, and check what has been done to achieve these goals. Maybe, for example, your member wanted to become more solution-oriented, and you decided that you will help this member to make a weekly plan, how to exercise their tasks and so on. So in this monthly one-to-one, check if you actually helped your member and if any progress was done to actually reach this initial goal. If you still see that the member is not satisfied with the goal, set some new actions to reach this goal. If you see that the goal is totally achieved, you can move forward to the next goal, set a new goal for the new month, and of course remember to put some very tangible actions that you will undertake as a leader to help your member. So that would be it for the individual meetings. Now you know monthly team standards of a KICAS team leader. You know everything that you need to do as a team leader on monthly basis. So let's have a quick recap for the monthly tasks. Remember to make a team review, team incentive system, and a feedback, the things that we discussed already yesterday. And from today, remember about individual tracking meetings to check the performance. Remember about the lead spaces and use global learning environments for them. And remember about one-to-ones and to keep them as creative as you can to keep them interesting for the members. So to cross out everything, as you can see from results elevation, we already crossed out everything. So you can definitely have this part done very easily. From the performance tracking, we can cross today individual tracking meetings, and also we have two things crossed already, accountability system and team review. And from the support system, we are crossing today the lead spaces and the one-to-ones. The team meetings and the feedback is crossed already. So as you can see, there are not many more elements left for the video of tomorrow about the quarterly task of a team leader. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you will attend also the live in the evening. Remember to prepare some questions and to put them in the comments. We'll be super excited to answer all of them. And wait for the tomorrow's video, which will be the last part about the quarter tasks of a team leader. Thank you so much.